Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and I'm back at you with another DVD Blu-ray update. It's been a while since I've done one. I don't have a lot of titles, but I have actually been picking up some movies lately. So I did have a big splurge. Well, it wasn't really a big splurge, but I had a bit of a splurge on eBay picking up some rare and out-of-print horror titles. Ever since I did that top 10 list of rare and out-of-print horror editions, it really got me in the mood to see what else I could add to the collection. And there's a bunch of horror titles that are long out of print here in Australia. Some of them are still fairly hard to come by, but I did pick up 3 movies and editions that I'm pretty happy to add to the collection. So we will show those last. But the first 3 titles here are all on Blu-ray. And I did get a really good deal on these. I went down to my local video store, Video Easy, and ended up renting out the Lego Movie, which I really enjoyed that a lot. And while I was there, I just happened to look in their 3 for $20 Blu-ray bin. And the last time that I was there, which was several months ago actually, they didn't really have too much. So browsing through it, I wasn't really expecting to find much. But yeah, I found these 3. And these are new releases. Well, one of them is. The other, they've been out for a few months now, but still, I picked up all 3 movies for $20, which was an absolute bargain, so I was really happy with that. Especially considering one of them retails for about $35 to $40 on its own, which is insane. But anyway, enough rambling, let's get on to showing the titles. So the first 2 are non-horrors, but they're both films that I definitely wanted to check out. Especially this one, The Book Thief, which I've heard absolutely fantastic things about. And I'm a big fan of war-themed drama movies, and yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this one, so I couldn't pass it up. And the awesome thing about these 3 Blu-rays I picked up, none of them had rental stickers on them, so essentially it's a new Blu-ray, so very happy with that, and I cannot wait to check this one out. The next one we have here is a sci-fi movie, and that is Ender's Game. I've heard a lot of mixed things on this. Some people said it was pretty good and others absolutely hated it. I even heard of someone walking out of the movie theatre during this film. So a lot of mixed reviews, but I'm a massive fan of sci-fi and definitely looking forward to checking out Ender's Game. I haven't read the book, so I won't really be comparing the 2. But yeah, this was definitely one that I wanted to pick up. And the third title is one that really surprised me, and it's the Carrie remake. Now, I heard mostly negative things about this film, and I really don't understand where any of the negativity is coming from. I thought this was awesome. The big complaint that everyone seemed to have was how attractive Chloe Grace Moretz is, and is that really ideal for a character to be bullied? I can kind of see where people are coming from with that, but I think that it really just emphasises the fact that anyone can be bullied, regardless of whether you're really attractive or not so attractive. So that didn't really bother me. Yeah, I thought this was awesome, to be completely honest. Now, it has been a while since I have seen the original movie, and I can't really remember it too well. It's never been a horror movie that I've been overly in love with, but after watching the remake, I definitely want to go back and revisit the original just to compare the 2. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. I thought for a modern take on what a lot of people consider a classic horror movie, I thought it was done really well. All the acting and characters I thought played their part really well. A massive shout out goes to Julianne Moore. I thought she was absolutely incredible as Carrie's mum. This was a lot more sort of brutal and graphic than I was expecting to, especially in the end of the movie, or towards the end of the movie, during the prom scenes with Carrie's telekinesis powers. They were done really well, but yeah, I don't get the hate for this movie. I thought it was awesome, and I'm definitely glad to finally own this one in the collection. Alright, so moving on to the rare and out of print DVDs that I picked up off eBay. And there are a few particular titles that I was searching for, so luckily I came across them, and for really good prices. I think the most I paid was $15 including shipping for one title. The others were less than that. So for an out of print title that's not that common, I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now the first one I'm going to show you, as soon as I opened it I was pretty ecstatic, and it is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deluxe Edition. Now this was listed as used like new, but when it arrived it was still factory sealed. So yeah, I was really ecstatic with this one. I think I paid about $8 for this as well, so that was a hell good deal. This is one of the earlier releases from Force Video. This movie has been released a bunch of times over here in Australia, and some pretty good news for fans of this movie over here. Umbrella have recently announced that they will be releasing the 40th anniversary edition on Blu-ray of this film over here, and the artwork's pretty awesome on that. Actually, it's got the armadillo on the road with the van, so that's going to be awesome. Can't wait for that release. But yeah, I was ecstatic to find that this one was still sealed. I wasn't expecting it, and I've heard the transfer isn't that great on this particular release. I didn't really pick it up to watch because I already own many different editions for this movie. I've always been after this one. It does come in a slipcover. I'm not really too sure how well you can see that, but it's kind of got like jagged chainsaw edges on it, and then the DVD just slips in sideways. I'm kind of tempted to open it just to see what the artwork on the DVD case looks like, and if there's any artwork inside and on the discs, but I don't know. For now I think I'm going to keep it sealed because I won't really watch this release. So let me know if you think I should open it up in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm very happy to own this particular edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the next title we have here is The Blob. Now I already own the US DVD of this movie, and it's one of my favourite movies from the 80s. I absolutely love it. But I always like to pick up the Australian Region 4 copies when possible, just simply because it's a lot easier for me to watch movies. I do have a Region 3 DVD, but it's only in my movie room, so if I want to watch something in the lounge room it kind of makes it difficult. I mean, it's not that much of a big deal, and I'm probably just justifying a purchase with that, but yeah, I don't know, I always like having the Australian Region 4 release on hand as well. So yeah, awesome movie. I'm really happy to pick it up, and the artwork's pretty cool. It is different to the US release, and there's something about earlier Australian DVD releases that I love. They actually put a lot of effort into the artwork inside, and also for most of the time on the disc. I mean, the disc is just black for this one, but there's some great artwork inside, and that's the same image that's on the US DVD cover, and then on the other side there is just scene selection stuff. So yeah, it's a shame they don't really put this much effort into releases anymore, but really happy to own this particular copy of The Blob. And last but certainly not least, to round off the update, this is a movie or edition that I've been wanting for ages now. I own the US DVD, and it's one of my favourite 80s horror movies, very underrated, but the artwork on the US DVD is awful. So I finally found a decent priced copy of The Gate. Now, if you're a fan of 80s horror and you've never seen this one before, I highly recommend it. It's amazing, and this is the original artwork. Very simplistic, there's not a lot to it, but I absolutely love it. So I was ecstatic when I came across this for a relatively cheap price. I think I paid about $12 for this, which wasn't too bad at all. So really happy with that. And again, some awesome artwork inside, especially on the disc, which is really cool. And then it has the scene selection on the other side, and you take the disc out and it's got a bigger image of the original artwork there, so that's awesome. But yeah, I love this movie. It's one of my favourite films from the 80s, so I was very happy to add this one to the collection. I decided to compare the two discs just to see if there was any difference between this DVD transfer and the US one. There's quite a bit of transfer. The transfer on this disc isn't very good at all, so I'm definitely going to be hanging on to the US disc because that is significantly better. I'll probably just make like a 2-disc pack and just use this artwork and throw the US disc inside as well. So yeah, this is an awesome movie, and I've been wanting this particular release for a while, but since it's out of print it's not that easy to find, and finally found it and very happy. Alright, so that does it for another DVD Blu-ray update. If you've seen any of these movies I've shown, definitely let me know what you think of them in the comment section. I'm especially keen to hear your thoughts and opinions on the Carrie remake. I know a lot of you have seen it, so let me know what you thought of that remake in the comment section as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching.